So I don't have these drawn on my chart, obviously. I mean, this is very distracting for me to teach you like this, but you need these visual aids to see what I'm looking at, where my attention is. Over time, you won't have them on your chart either. But in the beginning, it's important for you to note them because you're going to log them. And having examples like this, referring back to old moves where you've watched this and screenshot it, and all these instances where price does these things I'm teaching you that you should respect and how they should deliver. By having lots of examples of them, you will feel much more confident when you're watching real-time price action, because your subconscious remembers all the things that you're celebrating as experiences in your journal. So you want to make that journal very high energy, positive all the time, because it means it's going to mean something to you. Just like when you buy your new car and when you drive off the lot, you think you have bought the car everybody else now owns. When you like the car, yeah, but now because you bought it, you've anchored it to something much more emotional to you. It's meaningful to you. So you want to treat all of the things in your journal much in the same way. You want to make it a positive experience. So everything you look at in there is going to be keying up your reticular activating system. And that means that your eye, when you're watching real-time price action, you'll see these things real time. Whereas right now, you may not have noticed the volume imbalances. You may not have noticed the fair value gaps that I'm pulling out. But you're seeing them done real time. And you're watching the reaction in price afterwards. So we're anticipating. We're not reacting to price. We're anticipating what price is going to do. And in the beginning, you're going to do everything wrong. And you're going to feel like you're not learning. And that's normal. But you want to record in your journal like you saw these things happening before the fact. It was amazing to see this pan out as I expected. And you're tricking your subconscious into thinking that you had that experience for real. It's positive self-talk. It's just like if you were having an anxiety attack, you're telling yourself, there's no reason to be afraid. There's no reason to be concerned. There is no emergency. There may have been something that triggered it. But the way you talk yourself down, you're feeding yourself positive reinforcements, these things that need to be positive in your journal. If you don't do that in your journal and you talk about how this sucks, another losing week, another losing day, I'm never going to get this crap, this is effing garbage, whatever the toxicity is that you feel like you want to put in there, don't. Replace it with something that you feel good about. Even if you have to find it in hindsight, that is going to be remembered by your subconscious. So when you're watching price action, your brain will see these things just like your car when you buy it. You're going down the road, you're not really looking for your car because you're in it. But then your eye jumps to, oh, I just bought this Jeep. It's got all the customizations, and this guy or this gal, gee, just bought the same thing. Man, because you think you have the only one like it. Well, in reality, your journal is that very thing. It's the only one like it. It's the best trading book that was ever written, and you're the author. That's amazing, because these things are going to be much more impactful to you. They're not going to be all that meaningful to someone else if they read it. But to you, it means a lot. This is your journey. This is what you've been working and striving for. And it's full of the best cheerleading ever that is impactful and meaningful to you. So when you do your journaling and you annotate your charts, you record the observations that you're seeing in price action as if you saw it beforehand. And the way it works is that you see this and you study your journal on the weekends, look at price action moves in relationship to how the week closed, and go back and look at your screenshots and what you were recording in your observations on that particular session, that particular day, and how it fits in the grand scheme of the entire week. And over time doing that, you're building pseudo experience that will feel like experience that's been acquired over years when you start looking at real-time price data. And you forecast over the tape what you think you should see in price. How should it behave? Should it find support at this level? Should it gravitate to this level? Should it not do a specific thing? How should it behave? The rules that I'm teaching you are those ideas, but you have to submit to them. But you also have to do the work of recording annotations in old moves, screenshot them, even if you weren't able to watch it live. But you record all that stuff real positive, like supporting your view on like you were there. Like we're watching all this stuff real time here. You recorded, hey, I saw price action do this live, and it was such a rewarding experience to see it pan out to script. Now, you may not have had that very thing in mind when you were looking at it on your phone at work. You had no idea what was happening. But when you get home from work, or you come home from school, or you wake up because the market traded when you were sleeping, then you record it like you did see it, and it tricks your brain. It gives you a head start in experience, and you're filtering out all the negative things, which everybody does this in the beginning. They talk themselves out of doing this. They scare themselves. They talk themselves out of, oh, I'll never learn this stuff. It's too complicated. It's too hard. It's too many rules. How do I know when to do this? How do I know to do that? It seems like all these things are changing all the time. The goalpost is moving all the time. It's not. It's just you're trying to you're trying to accelerate the learning curve when time is necessary. And how much time is going to be unique to each one of you. But you have to give yourself permission to require whatever that time is and submit to it.